How many of you wrote New Year resolutions in January? And how far have you gone in your New Year resolution? I mean, we are in May, and how far have you gone? Hi, I'm the Techie Pharmacist, and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. So, we're going to be talking about setting realistic goals, and this is very, very important because when it comes to building healthy habits, you have to be realistic about the goals that you're setting. If not, you're going to be setting yourself up for failure rather than the success that you want. And at the end of the day, it builds up to anxiety, it builds up to frustration, which you do not want. Now, let's go down to how to set realistic goals. So, the first thing is to assess your current health status. So, you cannot just be setting realistic goals based on your imagination or based on what you see online, based on other people's lifestyle that you see online. Let it be personal, let it be individualistic. Then you are able to set realistic goals. So you need to know where you are starting from. What is your diet like? What is your weight like? What is your fitness life like? You need to assess all of those things first, because when you assess your current status, then it's easy to measure progress and then celebrate milestones. Don't go and be copying others. Don't go and be copying others. Eh? If not, at the end of the year, you'll be frustrated though. Number two, after you assess your current health status, then you define your long-term goals. So what do you want your long-term goals to be? Do you want to eat healthier? Do you want to reduce stress? Do you want to stay more active? Right? So when you are putting together your long-term goals, it's dependent on what your current status is. Then you can be able to pull out or identify what the long-term goal should be. Now, after setting these long-term goals, you need to break the long-term goals into small daily habits. Emphasis on daily habits. Remember that habit is not something that just jumps on you. You build it every day through consistency and intentionality with a sprinkle of discipline. Yeah. Then you need to make this habit specific so that it can be achievable. So you don't just say, I want to get fit in 2024. You say, I want to walk at least 10 minutes every day. Now you make that an habit every single day. So you know that you're doing that because you're working towards a certain goal, a big goal. Now you need to set realistic timeline for yourself when building or developing new habits so that you give yourself enough time to build this habit so that you can stay motivated and then it can avoid burnout. When you're building something new, when you're starting something new, it takes time, right? Don't compare yourself with other people's goals. Don't compare yourself with other people's achievements. You don't know the work that they have put in behind the scenes, right? You can get inspiration or motivation from them, but don't compare yourself. Give yourself grace, give yourself time to develop that discipline, to get into the new habit that you're trying to build for yourself. Say in the first quarter of the year, I want to walk 10 minutes every day or at least 3 times a week. And then in next quarter, you pick up another habit and continue the one you've already started in the first quarter. And then in the last quarter, you pick up new habits and continue the ones you started first and second quarter. Now, this is very important. Track your progress and make adjustments as needed. It's very, very important to track your progress. So for tracking your progress, you can use fitness apps. You can use inbuilt health app on your phone. So you can use that to track number of steps you take, number of calories you burn. You can also use your journals to also track your new habits, probably how often you were able to include fruit in your diet, how often you were able to stick to the goals that you have set for yourself in the first quarter. You can also use trackers to monitor your progress so that you can be able to gather data and then analyze this data and then compare where you started from to where you currently are. such that if any habits that you are trying to pick up is not working for you, instead of giving up, you adjust as needed. So, for example, you don't have to work out in the morning. Nobody says you have to work out in the morning, such that if you don't work out in the morning, then you're like, no, I'm going to give up on this working out thing. You can work out in the night in your house. Simple workouts. You can do it in the night. You can do it in the afternoon. You can do it any time of the day. The choice is yours. So those are little adjustments that you might need to do depending on what works for you in that season and that phase that you are in. Finally, reward yourself for consistency. This life is not hard. Don't make life hard for yourself. Eh? So just know that building healthy habits is all about creating a sustainable lifestyle that is able to support your long-term well-being. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, and share to everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And in this video, I talked about how to practice self-care with technology. Check it out.